everyone. Let's take a look at Tetherline progress. So I've been now on a summer holiday and I have had a chance to do like extensive hours on this game. So there's a lot of progress now. Timeline for Tetherline is that I have now most of the systems done for the game. I'm planning of now spending 1 year doing the art pass and polishing the game, adding the missing small things. Now I have done now the pass with a big brush. This is functional game or functional but bad game. Now I will spend 1 year fixing it. So hopefully then I have like a good game, and I will release the demo next summer. And I believe I have plenty of time now, so I have a little bit time to also play with art, maybe also take a time off from the project. That's a little bit risky. I don't maybe want to do that because it's easily like you will lose the touch if you take time off. But anyhow, I have there's space for a little burnout on this project, so that's fine. But really, next summer is probably the playable demo, and then I will try to apply for the Steam Fest maybe end of the year or early 2008, and soon after that I would have then the early access. But then at that time I would expect to have like a quite a complete game. So what would be missing at that phase is then the content. So after that I would polish and add more of like biomass and enemies and new mission types and fix the broken. But that's not the plan. So I will keep now pushing forward and try to get it right. I think it's going quite well. But it's kind of a mess because now I'm making cross-genre game, which is now mixing a lot of different elements from different games. And this is, I have to find the right balance. I'm still a little bit testing different features and what would be the enjoyable gameplay. But then I believe I have all of the elements what I need, but I just have to find the right combination, what will be there in the end, and what will be the balance or the feel just need tuning. And that's probably the most challenging part of the whole process. Apart from the art, of course, with art you can fail if the feel and style, if the story won't be carried by the style, then it doesn't really work. So, but anyhow, that's the plan, and we'll see how it goes. I have had to ration now a little bit of my working hours since I'm not really exactly young anymore, and I have like a long career behind me, so I cannot really anymore work around the clock. So I have to step off the computer time to time. So this is, but I still anyhow get to do quite good progress, but I have to like make sure that I'm staying in condition to keep going. So I cannot really anymore work around the clock. So this is, the age is really doing its thing. But yeah, if you just like work out a little bit and then you ration your hours, you'll be fine. But then it's not like I'm not anymore fit to do it around the clock. So I have done some UI stuff. There's a main menu, some options, and you have the I have made a sketch for the hub So this will be where you get your contracts. There's this is a sketch also, not final. There's a progress tree. So this is all functional already. So I can, if I would have the tokens, I could buy these already, and this would be affecting to the gameplay. Kind of looks okay apart from the minor styling, but then I need to make it somehow more compact. This is now a little bit too far. Maybe I expand it to the full screen, so I don't have. I would anyhow clip it to the frame, but maybe I will expand it to the full screen. So I have also the Steam or like party thing going. This is all functional, so you could use this already. And then, yeah, this is how you then just enter the game. I did do some improvement on turrets, so I did make those so that those are rotating also. Everything is mostly working really well in multiplayer. There's some issues that on really old computers, the game is CPU bound, so I have to I have to see what I could make lighter still, so that the problem is with the Listen server that if the server lags, then everyone's gonna have really bad time. So I have to see what to do about that. So it's a little bit too intense now for the slowest computers, but like a 10-year-old gear should be fine. And then I have worked now on the mission pacing. So now you have more calm beginning. You have time to set up your base and do your mining, and this kind of works now okay for this first phase. I have some new skills like for instance the missile. This is more like artillery. The visuals are not final, so I have to work on that. I have a burst, and then I have some sort of like dash effect. Now I have more like not really purple waves, but those are coming in a wave patterns. So you will have it's sort of like a hybrid. It's not full waves, but then you will get like more like a pulses of enemies. So not steady stream of enemies. I have different types of enemies. I have the swarm type. These are really weak. Then these are kind of like scouts, the red ones, and then there will be some exploder types and some more tanky enemies, which are coming then later. And the turrets are okay for the weakest of enemies, like against weakest of enemies. Like these are really light. You can basically one-shot these. But later there will be much heavier enemies. So this is still like the easy phase of the mission. I made it now also so that you can select buildings, and you can also use UI to cut power on those. You can also pick those up. So for instance, this turret is now a little bit on a wrong place, so I can just move it to the new location. So you don't anymore need to make a lot of obsolete turrets. You can focus on like organizing your base. I also added this is just a sketch. This is not really, it doesn't really apply the gameplay effects yet or do any modifications on game, but I'm testing how it would work if I would have like in mission progression with the RNG upgrades. So you would have like, I think it would help with replayability of the missions or of the game if there would be some like you keep shooting enemies, and then you get like you get to roll for the upgrades, and you can. There's a couple of slots where you can put this. So this will be moved later to the completely new, different UI. But this is just now like a test how it would, if I like it or not. And then all of the skills are now really like consuming energy. So now I'm out of the Tetherline range. So if I use the skills now, I will consume power. You can only do little of these before you have to go into the range, and then you start charging. I made also turrets weaker, and also the fact that now you can move those, it makes the game much more playable, that you don't really have to spam a lot of turrets around. And this is now really easy phase, so like I can survive with two turrets now. And then there's also upgrades on the building. So once you have opened progress, you can upgrade your mission or like your buildings. It needs much more visual work, but then it's functioning already. This is kind of a little bit ugly, everything, but it is working. So I think the current state is that the game is kind of like feature complete now, but now I really have to start moving into the visual paths, start working the graphics and models, and start making the game nicer. And now when I put a drill in, we will start getting more action. I will now only indication for the thread is the messages and also the blinking lights of the signal noise we are making, but I should maybe just make a UI element of like really showing what is the, like when are the enemies coming and what, how difficult it will be. So I have moved now the action. This will be more of the, or this is the final phase will be the like the most intense phase, but then this is also where you have to go in. And I'm also now moving the responsibility more to the player. So the turrets are not anymore capable of defending on their own. So I will make it so that you really have to step in and do the fighting yourself. I've been now balancing between like the RTS elements and like action or RGB elements, that how much of the fighting you have to do it yourself, but I'm not completely sure yet what will be the final balance, but this what I have now is kind of feeling nice, that the base it's sort of like holding on its own, but then they need you to push further, and also when there's the like the waves you need to be there. I will also add elements that you have to go mine minerals further from your base, so you need to explore and collect materials. So that will be something new, but I consider that for the later stage. So this what I have now, I believe I have enough of everything, or maybe even too much. So I should now make this work nicely, and then I will start expanding with more gameplay. So yeah, now we got the raw matter I will call the dropship, and then now the action will start. I can also now remove that pump, so we'll get more energy. And this big guy is more tanky. I'm not sure if the turrets will be able to fight this one. So it will kick some ass. But yeah, this is really easy for me now. So, and this is supposed to be the easy mission. Yeah, at this phase I should now call, or I make it probably so that I will have the extraction as a building. So you will build it, and so you will get like the extraction place within your tether range somewhere. Currently it's now in the map, so I have to do the run in there, but I think I will remove this part from the game. Yeah, this is all incomplete. I have to do something about it. But yeah, this is what I have now. Next phase is really to stop adding features. I think it's now kind of feature complete. I just now have to find the balance in this. So it's missing the style of the game. It's missing the also all of the visuals like models and right environment. All the game level is kind of in the right direction, but then otherwise the style is not really there. Then I have to work on the balance and the skills, and fine tune also all of the visuals and how it all feels, and then start adding content. Currently these are handcrafted missions, but then everything is sort of like random. So I will make some sort of progression curve so that the difficulty level is not hand out hard, but then expanding on the rules I'm setting. So you will get more like replayability from the same content. So I think in the end there will be some sort of like end game push mode where you try to clear more difficult missions. I don't know how that yet works. I'm still trying to find the fun in the like the basic gameplay, and I do think it's now kind of close already. It's getting there, but now it's just so ugly thing that I have to really start. For me personally, I think I need the style. I need to work on the spirit of the game. Currently it doesn't really feel right, because it doesn't, like, I have a really good idea for all of this, or in my opinion it's a good idea. I have to test it how it will work in the game, so, or how well I manage to pull it off. That's also now the modeling and making the art pass. That's the labor intense part also, but it's sort of in a good place now. I have done some initial performance passes, so it is kind of semi-optimized, but then I still have to maybe do more of that later. But I think I'm quite okay for this phase, so I will worry about it later when it becomes an issue. I already know that with all computers, hosting a game is challenging, since it's affecting to the performance for everyone in the body, and it's not really optimal. I should maybe it's just like contract Tether what I'm updating in the game. So currently I'm not handling the all level every time, but then I should make a like a bubble which is more contained what I'm what the server has to worry about. But there shouldn't be like well, there might be some surprises, but I think I have done everything like quite well or in the right way already. So yeah, and that's really the content is then just like adjusting parameters and making new assets. But the user like the also the sound is really important. I should think of how to get it done. That's probably the area I'm weakest. I'm pretty good at art and coding and like managing all of this, but I have zero talent for music, so I have to get some help for that maybe. Yeah, and also that's not really something I want to gamble on now with this, so I don't maybe spend my time learning how to do some of that. So also option is really to buy some assets for that, but then it's not. But that's an important piece of the atmosphere of having right sound and good atmosphere in the game. And it doesn't like I find that some people find it really annoying if you have like really. It shouldn't be too noisy. It should feel good and like also have the right feeling. But yeah, next update I will start maybe working now on enemies. I will model some enemies, and finally I would like to get the player character so I could get rid of the Unreal dummy. So, and then all of the like UI elements, this needs to go. Most of these what we see now are ugly, so this will mostly be reorganized or redesigned somehow. But yeah, that's it for the Tetherline now. I will make new video when I have something to show. So I will now focus on the art pass and try to shape it to the game.